We gotta make the world a more just place, and we can do that with STEM.
You guys ready?
She invited us to make an animation about STEM justice that we could use to teach other kids about it.
Here's what I've got so far.
Yes, it works.
Major funding for SciGirls is provided by the National Science Foundation, supporting education and research across all fields of science and engineering. The National Science Foundation, where discoveries begin. Additional funding is provided by PPG Foundation, aims to bring color and brightness to communities around the world. Cargill, helping the world thrive. And Craig Newmark Philanthropies. SciGirls! We need you! SciGirls! Come on! When I need help and I've got a question, there's a place I go for inspiration. Gotta get to the web, check the girls' investigation. What girl? SciGirls! Woo! SciGirls! I need you! SciGirls! Come on! You got log on, post, upload, pitch in! Yeah! Wanna get inside a world that's fascinating? The time is right, the SciGirls are waiting! SciGirls! We need you! SciGirls! SciGirls!
I love the beach.
Me too. The sand, the surf, the garbage. So much garbage. You know, we should do something about it. Like pick up bottles and trash and stuff.
That sounds like cleaning. Have you seen my room? Jake does not clean.
But Jake, this is our beach. We have to take care of it. Think of all the birds and fish that are going to have bellies full of trash.
You're right. That's not cool. Okay, let's do it.
Phew, that's one corner.
At this rate, we'll be done by next summer.
Yeah, we need a better plan. SciGirls, we need your help. Nope. Nope. Ooh, this might be something.
Too much snow.
Yeah.
My name is Margaret. I live in St. Paul, Minnesota. I like that there's a lot of different people with different backgrounds.
Look at all the frozen boats. Right in the back. My name is Ellie. St. Paul winters, well, it gets really cold. Wasn't it even colder than like Antarctica's? Yeah.
Look, they're cool. My name is Kanah. We are at the Science Museum. I like the dinosaurs. They're pretty cool, seeing the cameras that you can see what it actually looks like.
They had teeth shaped like a banana.
I know Kanah and LA from school. We share a lot of the same classes. Today we're at the Science Museum of Minnesota in the Kitty Anderson Youth Science Center.
So a lot of programs do STEM. What does STEM stand for?
Science, technology, engineering, math. We got to be a part of a design team meeting.
The design team is a program where you can learn about STEM and STEM justice.
So we just focus on STEM, but we added this new content, STEM justice. And you're not trying to come up with the right answer, whatever you're feeling.
STEM justice is using STEM to solve real-world problems.
We gotta make the world a more just place, and we can do that with STEM. That's the unique thing that the Kitty Anderson Youth Science Center does.
One is a member of the design team, and she also works with animations.
So today, right, we're gonna learn how to do stop motion animation. We're gonna learn how to use technology to create stories.
Stop motion is an animation where you have a character that you take many different photos used as frames, so then your character can like move around.
Our stop motion animation video was about a phoenix who turns into ashes and then restarts the life cycle again.
Whoa.
I think our animation turned out pretty good for the time we had. If we had more time, we could have definitely made it a lot better.
Hey, Juan.
Hey, how's it going?
It's good.
Yeah.
What'd you think of the animating?
I liked it.
You liked it? Yeah. Since y'all like animating, how would y'all feel about making an animation for other kids about STEM justice?
That'd be great. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah?
She invited us to make an animation about STEM justice that we could use to teach other kids about it.
I think a great idea would be for y'all to maybe ask the middle school youth who are here today about what they think about that.
Yeah.
All right.
Juan suggested that we do some research on what other kids think STEM justice is.
Ready?
Go. What does STEM justice mean to you?
STEM justice means that we could use STEM to make the world a bit of a better place.
STEM justice is there to help out causes that need the help.
It would be equal and things wouldn't, like there wouldn't be like any discrimination barely.
If the world had STEM justice, I think a lot more people would be lifted up.
I guess just where everyone feels like they could be a scientist or they can do whatever they want to do.
What do you guys think about that?
He told us that we could do anything if we put our mind to it. Many people had different ideas about STEM justice, but then it all revolved around the same point on how it helps life be better. Some feedback was how we should include people of all backgrounds, no matter what.
Hey, everyone.
Hey.
So how'd the research go?
I think it helped us a lot.
Yeah, what'd you learn?
Women and people of color don't get as much representation.
We also learned that many different people learn about like injustices from like social media.
Any other questions about how we should start this animation? Because it sounds like you really understand STEM justice.
How long should we make our animation?
So we only have a week to make it. So we're thinking because it's on social media, it should be short. So I would say a minute, minute and a half.
What kind of equipment or software should we use?
We want to make sure that we're using things that are accessible. There's Alice, and then there's also Scratch. Those are really good softwares to use because they're free. Those are easy to use, they have good tutorials. Should we go take a look at them right now?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Great. We considered using Alice and Scratch for our project.
We had to choose one based off of what kind of animation we wanted to create. Let's check out what Scratch has. Here we go.
It seems pretty easy to use.
Yeah.
Scratch had a large selection of characters and backgrounds, and that Scratch was 2D.
Okay, let's open up Alice, see what they have. It has more of an option to like move your character. You can rotate just like individual body parts.
We liked how you could customize the character and how it was 3D so it looked realistic. Oh, that's cool. The tool we selected to do our project was Alice.
After we found out about the tools, we decided to brainstorm our ideas.
What is the animation about? How do we share this message about how we can use STEM justice in the world?
One thing I found challenging about the brainstorming process was that there were so many possibilities.
I did mine on water and how like one side of the city gets good quality clean water and the other side gets like a not so good quality water.
What type of food they have access to.
Maybe jobs, because based off of where they live, there'll be different jobs that pay different wages.
We worked together to combine our ideas into one.
All right, how about we create the outline? So y'all can think about what happens in the beginning of the animation, middle, and then end.
Probably we should first introduce our problem.
How different parts of the city get treated differently.
Some scenarios of the outline were food, jobs, water, and parks.
And people trying to solve the problems by using STEM.
Welcome to my video diary. Today I'm going to be talking about my cultural clothing. I'm Karen. It's spelled like Karen, but it's pronounced Karen. We have the white one, and here is the red one. Fun fact about this, there's not really a front or a back, so you can either wear it on either side. I'm gonna be showing you guys my side of the room because I share my room with my sister. By the way, I got new glasses. How do you guys like them? Over here, we have my 5th grade film festival ribbon. Then this is like the drama squad, or like our little group of friends. Over here, we have my Lego League ribbon and then the dancing classroom ribbon. See you guys later.
We made our separate storyboards with the 3 key ideas that we had: jobs, food, and parks.
A storyboard is a series of pictures that are in chronological order in order to tell a story from beginning to end.
It's a good idea to make storyboards before you start making your animation because then you have like a good plan for what you want to do.
Wait, so Kanah, how are you gonna show that time is passing?
Maybe in our animation we could do like a time lapse of like something that goes by quickly so it looks like time is passing. We thought of like similarities between all of them and decided to like pull them all together using like one long story.
Okay, so are you guys all done?
Yeah, I think we're ready to show our audience now.
Sounds good.
Okay, let's go.
Today, we're going to invite a group of middle schoolers to look at our storyboard and see if they understand it.
In a city, one job would get $80 an hour and another would get only $13 an hour.
We made PowerPoints to show our test audience our storyboards.
In the second scene, it shows 2 different areas of the city. One in a poor neighborhood, and the park has dying plants and litter all over the ground.
Here's a group of students that are coming up with an idea to get better quality produce. It was exhilarating because you're up there and then like you're waiting for your turn, but then you're also scared if you're gonna mess up or not.
They create multiple things online using social media like hashtags and videos to show people what's been going on within their city. We'd like to ask you guys a couple questions for your feedback on our animation. We asked if they understood it, or we asked what they learned to see if our message got through to them.
I think it's about like seeking equal rights in a poor town.
The test audience seemed to understand the story pretty well, but then they also didn't understand some key points that we were trying to express.
I think it's about that we can make the world a better place by using social media.
They seemed to think it was more about social media than it was STEM.
The test group told us that we can maybe put a little more details and go a little deeper.
Thank you for giving us all feedback on our animation. Give yourselves a round of applause.
That was awesome.
Thanks.
Yeah?
I think it was pretty helpful too, like the questions.
One gave us feedback about how to make it clear that we're trying to use STEM to solve the problems.
What about water quality or the soil quality? Sometimes the soil gets polluted and then plants can't grow there.
One change I'm making to my storyboard is showing someone testing toxins in the dirt.
She also elaborated on the idea of adding more details.
Maybe you could have, instead of a wide shot of the trash being picked up, like a close-up of a hand picking up the trash.
After we improve our storyboards, the next step in our process, we're going to start on Alice and create our animation.
We'll make a robot that can travel over the sand.
I like it. A robot version of us that can pick up way more trash.
Perfect. Okay, we'll need cameras for eyes.
And arms so it can grab the trash.
Ah! Oh.
And 2 cans. One for trash and one for recycling.
Mr. Trash and Miss Recycle?
My mom got them to get me to clean. Who says it has to be my room?
There, that should do it. Oh, we made a sand rover.
Wow, she's beautiful. What should we call her?
Oh, I got it. Sandy.
Of course. All the Sandys I know are awesome.
Today we're at the Create Tech studio. You guys ready?
I think this space is well set up for doing technology projects because it has a lot of resources and it's really colorful, which inspires me.
Let's open Alice. Today we were working on Alice, trying to figure out how to work it to start our animation. What kind of characters do we want?
Probably just everyday people.
Okay, so I guess let's rotate it. Uh-oh, you deleted the ground.
Oh. Undo.
There we go.
Sometimes we ended up moving the grass, but that's a whole different story. Yeah.
Maybe we could try to see if we can move his arms.
Yeah, there we are.
Let's try to like move his arm down so it's more natural. Oh, okay, just add objects, I guess. We can like rotate the arm. Oh, not him.
It's like doing the Michael Jackson.
Let's try to make him move methods. Oh, walk.
To make a character walk, you have to grab a block and then do an order block, which then you would select how many steps the character took.
Okay. And done. Let's try that. Yay! You should test every couple blocks because if you get too far into your coding, you might not be able to tell which block is the one that's messing up your function. Let's check any of the other blocks.
We don't have like any other objects yet, so if we wanted to do stuff like these, we'd have to add more.
Hey y'all, looks like you started working with Alice. How's it feeling? Is it manageable? Do y'all think that you can get it done?
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I always say less is more.
Yeah.
So maybe you only tell 2 stories.
Yeah.
Or
cut parts of the story out.
Or cut parts, yeah. Or cut parts of the story.
Just cut the whole thing out.
Just cut the whole thing out. Let's just forget this. Just forget about it.
Because we have 3 parts of our story, and to put them all together would be a pretty long video. So she suggested to kind of maybe take out a few.
And then the last thing to consider is the final touches, adding things like music or sound effects. And so the big thing to remember with adding music is like to make sure you get people's permission.
It's important to have permission to use these kind of things because you don't want to take someone else's work and call it as yours. So you always have to give them credit or ask for permission before you use it.
Yeah, once you add the music and you add the titles, you're done.
We don't have that much time left, but I feel like if we push through it, we could still make it.
Hello, welcome to my house. This is the area where I do most of my homework and where I hang out most of the time. This is my desk where I have some other art supplies. I have a bunch of bookshelves because I really like to read. This is my guinea pig Gatsby. He's really nice and I really like to pet him. And he's kind of funny too. Sometimes he'll just squeak until you give him treats. Gatsby! I also have this stuff from swim season because I really like to swim. I also like to do track. Goodbye!
And go. Today we are at Margaret's house.
Something we did to make the characters' movement lifelike was we videotaped each other setting down a tray and a glass of water. Okay, I can't see a character. That was helpful because we could see the character's movements when it was doing the action.
I'm going to start coding my animation for the fast food worker. Go through the video we took earlier.
And then when we were coding that part, we referred back to it so we could make it look as natural and real as possible.
There are lots of movements that we forget about because it just happens or flows very naturally. But for our animations, you have to individually move each side of the body. You have to rotate your right shoulder, left shoulder, each part of your hips and your elbows, wrists, and even your fingers.
Wait, should we put the chest closer?
Yeah. We're using 2 computers today because it would make the work go faster.
First, we have to figure out like how to get her to squat down. You have to bend the knees. Oh, I don't think that works.
If it was kneeling and it was picking up trash, at first it looked like its arm was halfway into its body and like, yeah.
So, you want to try that? I feel like it's going to turn too much though.
Yeah. Okay.
You have to make very small changes because one small move could change a lot. I want to make the tray move with her. Okay. So you have to like do another do together block.
Yeah, that would work.
Grouping things are beneficial because if you want everything to happen at the same time, you could put them in a do together block.
I think it's this one.
Let's see.
Yes,
it works.
Okay. I was pretty happy, excited, or basically relieved that our hard work eventually did something.
Here's what I've got done so far.
Well, that's nice.
It's good.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. High five, buddies.
When we got like everything to work, it felt like really good and it was really exciting because I mean, we worked a long time on it.
Hi, my name is Kanah. I'm 12 years old. I am a Hmong American girl. So this is my room. It's pretty normal. It's just an all-white room. I really like to read. Some things you might not know about me is that I like to take part in a lot of different clubs. I'm in drama. I'm currently in debate. I'm on the middle school math team, and I swim for the girls' Washington swim team. I have 3 siblings. One of them is Gashua. Hi. That's my sister Gajong. Hi. Here's my dad. Hi. My mom. And I have one older brother named Gan. My favorite thing about my family is that we're all goofy and we're all funny. See you later.
Today we're at Kanah's house.
We're working on finishing up our animation. I've been working on programming like the nurse, but I was thinking since it took so long to just get this, if there were like parts that we could cross out. Margaret, Elaine, and I, we had this huge idea and we only had so many days.
I think we could combine the advertisement and then the hashtag part.
We had to bring that huge idea and we had to make it smaller, but we still had to keep that same idea so we can still get that message out.
Instead of doing like water and soil, we could just do like water or soil. Focusing our story helped us strengthen it because it helped it get more to the point.
So like we just have, a couple more boxes to do because we have some of the things that we can do in iMovie. By using iMovie, we are able to make different transitions and we're able to combine our parts together.
We are going to have a presentation at our school and invite some of our classmates.
We invited Juan to come watch our presentation.
We're also going to have a coding activity. We're going to teach them how to do an animation project on Scratch.
I feel kind of nervous, but also kind of excited because they get to see the work we've done.
Good job, you guys.
Oh.
Today we're at our school, Washington Technology.
We're here to present our animation to our classmates.
Do you know that we're sharing it on our social media?
Yeah. Juan told us that she posted our animation on social media.
We shared it in the KAYSC and other people have been picking up the idea.
Our animation has reached 1,700 people.
Which really shocked me because it's only been a day since she posted it.
Check this out. Mayor Melvin Carter has shared your animation.
That's cool, that's cool.
Yeah.
I felt like happy when she said the project reached a lot of people.
Hey guys, I'm Kanah.
I'm LA.
And I'm Margaret.
Thanks for coming. We've been working on our animation.
Our animation is about STEM justice. We've been working on our animation with Juan.
Juan told us to create an animation about STEM justice so we could show other kids what it's about.
So we decided to give you all an activity to do. They had to create a simple animation about change.
It will not move.
You're only going through steps.
I hope that they learn that technology can be used to express things or send messages.
It was STEM Justice in Action. We got to show them the technology part of STEM.
It felt good to share the information and I felt proud that I knew it.
Yeah, that's great. I like it. We really appreciate that you guys came and here's our finished animation.
I hope our classmates felt like inspired and that everybody can do it no matter who they are.
This project made me realize that we could like use technology differently to promote causes and to like spur awareness.
Like this is a whole entire idea that came from our minds that just sprouted, and the amount of teamwork you have to use to be able to bring it to life or to like create your animation together. I feel like it did its job, and I'm just like happy and excited that it actually like made its way through to people.
Now that I know about STEM justice, I think I'm going to use it to try to improve people's life around me.
Even though it was very challenging, I have to think about the impact it'll have on everybody else in the future instead of like focusing on me and how I'm struggling now.
Jake, deploy garbage grabbers.
Aye, aye, Captain. Sandy, show us your gorgeous hands. Voila! If cleaning my room was this fun, I'd do it all the time.
Good job, Sandy. I'm so happy we got to clean the beach for everyone.
Yep, it looks better, feels better, smells better. Makes me almost want to clean my room.
We could make a room cleaning robot. We can call it Roomy.
Don't get carried away, Iz. I said almost want to clean my room.
I know, almost.
We're learning how to write code to show visual artwork. Cool. Emily asked us to create code to go along with their music.
Okay, perfect.
We're making a visual display for the singers. It's showtime.
We're going to go on a research boat and download spotted eagle ray data.
This is precious data on here.
It's definitely fun to code with friends. Makes it more of a fun experience.
Thank you so much, everyone out there who's joining us for this live stream.
Major funding for SciGirls is provided by the National Science Foundation, supporting education and research across all fields of science and engineering. The National Science Foundation, where discoveries begin. Additional funding is provided by PPG Foundation, aims to bring color and brightness to communities around the world. Cargill, helping the world thrive. And Craig Newmark Philanthropies. There's more fun on the SciGirls website. You can watch videos, play games, and have a high-tech ocean adventure. See you at pbskids.org.